More of the same this morning, I see. Well, you were already drinking coffee, weren't you? Alright, we're finally gonna have breakfast. It took us a week, and I don't know what's a dream and what's reality. What's time repeating over again and what's just deja vu brought about by the humdrum of daily existence? For example, is this lost and found list, or all these lists we keep finding? Do they keep appearing here because of some kind of time anomaly? Or do they keep appearing here just because it's standard procedure? Then again, who's bringing them here? Is one of the hotel workers coming into our room every night? Or is something else happening? I don't know. I really don't know. In any case, record. Dvorak Symphony No. 9 from the New World. And what number is it? Requesting R03. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Mr. Charboni's pot. So, Nicharasuk is 407. Mr. Mondo plus an unknown value will yield Mr. Charboni. What? What? Oh, I see. That's the room numbers, so we need to see what two numbers added together would give us Mr. Charboni's room number. And we're in room 402, and I think he's in room 404? Yeah, 404 is where he is, so just two. And as for pinball token, that looks pretty simple. Alright. Let's go steal some more guests' assorted objects for some reason. It's funny. Now that I've heard it so much, I've almost become inured to Gymnopedie No. 1. It's still lovely, of course, but yeah, we're room 402, and Charboni is, I believe, room 404. This one. Oh, breakfast, breakfast, we're gonna go have breakfast. I enjoy a good breakfast meal. I enjoy a lot of those things you eat for breakfast. Eggs and sausage and those sorts of things. Although ever since I've been living on my own, I've very rarely eaten that sort of stuff for breakfast. Usually, what I eat for breakfast isn't much different from what I eat at the other times a day. A can of fish is as good in the morning as it is at dinner. At least, as far as I'm concerned. Oh! Oh, these are the doors that'll get us out of here! And then we just have to walk all the way to the other side of the island to get to the airport. Oh! Where is it? Where is it? It looked like it was on this bar. Or on this freezer, maybe? I think it's some kind of freezer. Evening, Catherine. Okay. Which puzzle is it? It's number 1, is it? Yes, it is, to answer my question. So, we need to know Dvorak Symphony number 9 from the New World. I guess I'll just look that up and see what symphony number it is. Right? Right. Alright. It seems that Symphony number 9 in E minor from the New World is OP number 95.
Final answer.
Yes. This game certainly does have a penchant for classical music. Apparently this game is Grasshopper Manufacture's second game. Pretty early on for them. The first one was the Silver Case, which I'll probably play somewhere down the line if I do this long enough. Yeah, breakfast. Oh. It would seem to me that seeing these strange-looking character models interacting in their with their expressionless faces and strange music, and strange noises, in of itself gives you a unique aesthetic experience just watching them. Is that Torik? No, it's just Peter. Wait, no! It's even worse, by far. It's Charboni. Yeah, you hadn't left your room until we saw you in the bar the other day. Isn't that right? That's one thing to color. What? Excuse me? Oh, Sumio, you're finally taking action. Guess we're not going out today. The witness, huh? I don't know what to think of the witness. I have a feeling that, oh yeah, there was a scene in that brief segment earlier where we actually played as Toriko, that she passed someone in the hallway and remarked that he was evil. I bet that person is the witness, because I don't think we've seen him since then. As for what the witness has to do with this terrorist plot that supposedly exists, I don't know. As for what helping all these people has to do with stopping that terrorist plot that apparently exists, and whose existence I'm somewhat skeptical of, I don't know that either. I do know that we can't get into room 404 right now. Maybe we need to go take a look at Yayoi. Or Yayoi. I don't know which one it is.
It's Yayoi. Ya-yo-i. Yayoi.
Yamada, though. That's her surname, isn't it? I remember that part. Or maybe it's actually Hamada. This sounds like we're in a horror game now. You're right, Edo can help us search through room 404. Although, since I'm pretty sure that that's just Charboni's room, it's pretty lousy of him not to let us in there. Sumio, I understand why you normally don't want to run indoors, but right now I think it might be fairly appropriate for you to do. But he's still not gonna, is he? You know, these graphics are pretty low resolution for something that was apparently on the PlayStation 2. It's kind of fascinating, honestly. I suppose it just goes to show that you can have something engaging without having super glossy graphics. Of course, there's a certain point where graphics that are too weird or bad will get in the way of your goals. But in this one, I feel that for the most part, they complement them. Edo, listen up, okay? Somebody has been poisoned, and I know you care about the safety of your guests. That's what caused all that trouble with the ID yesterday. It would seem that I did not remember her name correctly. I'm no longer convinced that Steven is the terrorist, or Stefan, whatever the case may be. I am, however, convinced that he's actually a much worse person than I really expected he would be. Being pretentious is one thing. Murdering people is part of a game with mysterious, unseen, and unknowable people, well, that's something else altogether. Also, you probably should call the police. You probably shouldn't just be telling Edo, oh hey man, you ought to watch out for Stefan, he's totally out of his mind. What you should be doing is calling the police. Surely there are police on this island, and that the only law isn't this hotel's rules. Because if that's the case, that's really dumb. And I know that on this island, breaking any rule is punishable by death, so... Oh. It would seem I found another lost and found item. In any case, while I myself might not support the death penalty, I would think there'd be some justice in Stefan getting killed over this. Plus, there's no one in the world who would miss him because he's Stefan Charboni. Okay, we need to figure out this puzzle though, don't we? Oh wait, this is Mr. Charboni's pot. Because it's number 2. Hold on a second. Why is this here? This is in his pot. It's literally not lost. I don't know. In any case, I'll feel good stealing his pot from him. So, Mr. Mondo is room 402. So, we need to add 2 to get to the room number that would equal this one. I already talked about this solution. I don't need to discuss it again. As weird as this game is, it does feel somehow natural in its weirdness. It doesn't feel forced. I guess we'll just wander around the room looking at things until we find the antidote. Right? Right. Oh. Wait, what? Can I help you? Oh man. Somehow Stefan got her here. And got her totally dressed. This better not be Stefan. So it is. Alright, where's your PDF? And I didn't trust Mr. Edo really much at all. Oh, is this it? Doesn't really look like a PDF, but okay. Perhaps the reason that Steven and Sumio have the same voice is because it has something to do with how Stefan claims that Steven is just like him. And we'll find out later that maybe it's truer than we thought initially. But how do we figure this out? You talked about giving us a riddle, but there wasn't even a riddle. There was just kind of nothing. You said that there would be something about the PDF in here. Where is that page that talked about... Oh, wait, here. Your lucky color is blue. Your lucky number is 7. When starting out in a new endeavor, begin from a lucky place and first head east, etc., etc. And then this special written by Taro Turtle. As I recall, I already read this evocative little story. Is it just going to be 7? Could it really be that simple? It looks kind of like a Game Boy Advance, but misshapen. It couldn't just be 7, but let's see how many digits there are in the code. That's a few more than 7. The issue right now is I don't even understand what puzzle I'm supposed to be basing this on. What has happened to us? Who says anything that would allow us to figure this out? My only idea is that perhaps it has something to do with soccer formations. Wait a minute. This article written by Stephen Charboni, or Stefan, where he's describing these gears. He's waiting for inspiration by the pool again today, waiting for something that can never be found in a laboratory. I don't know what this has to do with this, though, but maybe we'll find some kind of information in here. In my line of work, I am often faced with impending deadlines. Science, not specifically limited to my own specialty in systems engineering, is a field that demands strict, rigid thinking, the creation of a conclusion through the tireless, repetitive gathering and accumulation of data and running of experiments and investigations. However, the visitation of that special instant in which a bold new theory strikes, the instant required to fashion this inert data into a mighty new conclusion, does not, for me, occur in the laboratory. Rather, for the most part, it comes when I am staying in my favorite spot, the only hotel facility on Lost Pass Island, flower, sun, and rain. For example, at the moment, the latest bicycle race in the world is currently taking place back in my home country. Yet every day, from right here beside the pool, I am able to check in near real time not only the results of the race, but also the form of each racer, the settings of their bicycles, even the weather on the course, all over the internet. Every day, the racers adjust their gear ratio according to their predictions for the coming day's race. The gear ratio is determined by the number of teeth on the front gear divided by the number of teeth on the smaller gear. Based upon the information I gather from the internet, I attempt to predict the gear ratio that will best suit the next leg of the race. I believe that the instant of selecting this gear ratio must be a truly thrilling moment for each racer. It is not an exaggeration, after all, to say that it is at this moment that decides that victory is decided or defeat is. However, as you are aware, that does not mean that everyone can be a winner. The winner is the one who, it could be said, takes the step into the realm beyond that which can be predicted. What the winner has that the loser lacks is inspiration. There's no other way to say it. I am waiting for inspiration by the pool again to... Alright. Okay, so it's the small gear to the front gear, he said, right? Yeah. The number of teeth on the smaller rear gear is the denominator? It's the one that's on the bottom, whichever one that is. So the top one is the front gear. So we have the front gear. So what's 48 divided by 15? Is it going to be a decimal? And there will be enough decimals to fill up all those slots? Dang, it's just 3.2. That's not going to be enough, is it? No, we need more digits than that. Where can we get them, though? Okay, what it needs to be. It must be this page somehow. Our lucky color is blue, etc., etc. But what exactly does this have to do with anything, though? Is there something else in the room? Wait a minute. Oh! There's a sort of number thing right there. Uh-oh. Okay. So when starting on a new endeavor, begin from a lucky place and first head east. Alright, so... Okay, we gotta follow that grid of numbers up there. So we start at 7, and then we head east, and we come to a dead end. So heading east from number 7, we're going to come to 9. And then when we hit a dead end, we need to head south, which will take us to 3. This is pretty clever. And when we come to the next dead end, we restart from square 1, which... So wait, we head northeast. How can you head northeast from 7? Or do they mean head northeast from number 3? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. There are a lot of digits, so I bet you what it is. This is not 7, then 9. It will be 7, 8, 9. Because we're moving all the way to 9. Okay, let's start over again, but with that idea in mind. We start from 7, then we head east, 7, 8, 9. Next, we head south, so 6, 3. So far, so good. And if you come to another dead end, restart from square 1 and head northeast. So from 3, we need to head northeast. But how can we head northeast from 3? We can head north from 3. We can't go any further east than that, though. But if we started from 7, we can't head northeast, we can only head east. Oh, unless they mean go to the lower... When they say go to square 1, I bet you what they mean is go literally to the square that says 1. That's clever. So 3, 2, 1, because we're going across 2 to get to 1. Right? Right. And if that doesn't fit in, then I'll just cut out 2. From square 1, the quite literal square 1, we need to head northeast, so 5 and 9. And if we come to another dead end, we head west. 8, 7. And thus we end up right back where we started. What does that say about the human condition? I don't know, something. Which plug was it? Was it this one? So it was. Alright. So we have 10 digits to this one. Can do. 10 digits can do. But how many digits did I just go over? I went over a little more than 10 digits. That's kind of troubling. But it'll work out somehow. 7, 8, 9, 6, 3, 2, 1, 5. Okay, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Well, I said I just cut out the 2. In that case, we go directly to 1, 5, 9, 8, 7.
Final answer.
I see now that I accidentally miscounted, and that really I was only 1 digit over. Checkmate, Charboni. Is Cantona the evil counterpart to Catherine? All your remarks about her pretty skin and stuff, it doesn't make any sense. Those sort of creepy things you probably should have said while we could still see and she wasn't, fully clothed. But I shouldn't be talking that way about a dead woman. Let's go punch Stefan. I think that'd be a good thing for us to do right now. But we can't get out. Well, let's see how the plane's gonna explode today. Guess we'll look at the tablet again. You're creeping me out, Stefan. Funny that the same... Wait, what? When is Toriko's story occurring in relation to Sumio's? Because there must, like, Sumio would have seen her by now if they were happening this close together. Every day, we just get further from answers, rather than closer.